Welcome to the Dan Stevens Show. Very special guest with me today. His name is Rob Donnelly.
Hello, how are we?
How are you, Rob?
Yeah, I'm good, yeah, you?
Not too bad. Not too bad at all. It's a hard world. It's a hard life, but we just have to do our best to get through, don't we?
Yeah, 100%.
A lot of people struggling out there.
Yeah.
Stay strong. Anyway, so Rob is... How do I know Rob, you're probably wondering, for all the listeners and viewers. Rob is my sister's boyfriend.
Yep.
Notice the way I don't say partner. I'm not a fan of that word. He's her boyfriend. He's her man. He's her fella. That's who he is.
Yeah.
He's a very charismatic young man. What age are you, Rob?
31.
31.
Still
37
feel,
myself.
Still feel 21.
Half a dozen years. Yeah, you're still very sprightly.
Yeah.
You don't have
I
the
have a good spring in my
30s
step
energy.
still. Yeah.
Yeah, have you ever been on a podcast before?
No.
No. So the nerves are there. He's a bit anxious, bit nervous.
Just a
But
little
he'll
bit,
be
yeah.
alright. He's very kindly agreed to come on with me today. So you're very welcome, Rob.
Thank you very much.
Now, what I've been trying to do is, right, and it's difficult to do this when I have other comedians on and people that are into the arts.
Right.
I thought, right, when I first started this, that the bigger the name you get on, whether it's a comedian or whether it's like an actor or something, that it's like everyone would be like, whoa, it's an actor. But it turns out that people are interested in, from my experience, are interested in me talking to quite the opposite. It's just general, everyday people that are the everyday unsung heroes of life. And I'm sure there's other podcasts that have taken that angle before.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's something I'm trying to go more towards these days because I think it's just more interesting for everyone.
Yeah, it's cool.
And I like to see it as lowering the drawbridge down to the general public to come in and to follow on Spotify. You know what I mean? On Spotify, rate 5 stars, all that, just to be a fan of the podcast. I want you to come in. I'm lowering the drawbridge with just regular, everyday, unsung heroes of life.
Yeah.
And Rob told me the other day, and this is why I wanted to get him on the podcast, it came up that he worked in a Bookies, a betting shop in Dublin.
Yep.
Is that right, Rob?
Yeah, all over Dublin, yeah.
How long did you work in that industry for?
It was 3 long years.
3 long years.
Yeah. It was good fun, but it was a bit mad, yeah.
And we're not going to name the Bookies.
No, you don't have to know.
We won't name anything here ever again. After what happened a few weeks ago. But
yeah.
my name rhymes with Annual Ebens. So, Ob Donnelly.
Yeah. Job Donnelly, I
Ob
prefer.
Donnelly,
Yeah.
rhymes with Ob Donnelly, his name. So, you worked for one of the biggest Irish betting shops.
Yeah.
And how long ago was this?
Probably 10 years ago now.
10 years ago.
Yeah.
You remember, because you started telling me about it the other day, and I was like, Jesus Christ, we have to talk about this on the podcast.
Yeah, yeah. It was like a very memorable moment of period of my life. To
Yeah.
be fair, very young, first proper kind of job out there. So yeah.
No facial hair yet.
No, nothing.
Kind of less stocky than you are now.
Definitely.
You're by the way, he's an electrician now. You're in your 4th year, is that right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you went on a new career path.
Yeah. Going well.
You drive the whole lot. You're flying at the moment.
Yeah.
You're doing very well.
Yeah, it took me a while, but I'm getting around to it all now.
Yeah, yeah. Some people never do it.
Yeah.
I know people in their 60s that still don't drive.
Yeah, yeah.
You know?
Best thing ever done.
Or, you know. So, best thing ever done?
Yeah, learn how to drive, yeah.
Yeah. Freedom.
Yeah, I don't know what I was doing for 10 years, like.
In America, they do it immediately. It's one of the
Yeah.
first things they're taught to do. Because they have to. There's no, alternative.
Yeah.
That's why they don't need public transport over there, really, except in the dense cities. Anyway, tell me about where did you work in the Bookies? Well, it was all in Dublin?
Yeah, yeah.
All in the Dublin city area, was it?
Yeah, I can drop specific locations, no problem. Like
which areas?
Stoneybatter, Phibsborough, Dorset Street, Capel Street, in and around Blanchetown as well, Hartstown, Blanchardstown.
In and around Blanchardstown.
Yeah, Navan Road.
They moved you around a fair bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like a priest or something.
Yeah, yeah, like a hooer. Yeah.
3 years And how did you get into that job?
I actually got into it because my cousin, to be fair, my cousin was working there for about a year already, and I was getting sick of my job because I wasn't getting enough hours in the cinema, and I said,
You worked in a cinema before?
yeah, that was probably the best job I've ever
So
had
you're
in my
into the
life.
screens, really?
Yeah, I love movies. Yeah. But I was just like,
The screens and the bookies as well.
yeah. My eyes are square
Have them
now.
on their ropes.
Yeah, square eyes now after all those years. To be fair.
Yeah, but so you got in there through
My cousin.
your cousin got you in.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
Right.
He was working in Hartstown at the time, but the only opening was for town for me, and I got put through the ropes to see if I could handle it.
So your first bookies that you worked in was in
Stony Batter.
Stony Bar.
Yeah, quiet enough.
Not as gentrified at the time.
No, definitely not. No, some mad characters walking around there, like
Yeah.
completely different to what would be around there now.
Right.
Yeah.
So from all these, you would say that's not quite inner city, but you worked in inner city bookies as well.
Yeah.
And now, who would you say was the maddest character you met through all those years? Is there one that sticks out?
Yeah. It has to be this lad called Whacker.
Right now, this.
Oh,
Now hold on a minute.
Yeah.
There's a whacker around. There's a few whackers.
Oh no, it's
Whacker's
not.
a quintessentially
Yeah.
Dublin name, isn't it?
Yeah, no.
You'd never see a fella from Galway. Whacker.
This lad was you couldn't look at him the wrong way, or he just humped the head off you. Like he was petrifying.
Is that what they call him? Whacker? He'd whack you.
I probably I don't know.
Wow. Whack-a-mole.
I saw him throw a few digs at a few people over the years in the bookies. Yeah,
In the bookies.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
barred him.
No, my manager was afraid of him.
What?
Yeah, because you couldn't tell him he was bad. He just thumped the head off you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good fighter.
I wouldn't even say he was just a mean looking bastard.
Right,
you know what I
right.
mean? Like he was just he was a scary lad. Yeah, and I was only a young fella. Only kind of just I was just like right. So I saw a few things, and my manager would just look at me and say, "Don't say anything," because I was like, "Do we call the guards here or what?" And he was just like, "Don't you dare pick up that phone."
Would he be beating people to a pulp?
No, we'd just be
Just the old whack here and there.
Yeah, little whack.
And what
here and
age
there.
of a man was he?
Don't know. Could have been mid-30s at the time,
Right.
but yeah.
Which area was this in the city
This
centre?
was Stony Batter.
Right.
Yeah,
I don't want Whacker coming after me, you know what I mean?
No, I'm sure he's probably locked up now. To be honest,
Do you reckon?
I'd say so.
Now, would he be getting tick after losing a bet and then he'd start punching people? Would that be the general gist of it?
No, he was just a generally angry lad. To be fair, he was kind of nice to us because we worked there, but like it was like anyone else that kind of knew him in the area. Like he just very talked down on everyone. Yeah,
Right.
He was known for punching his missus around. It's not
Right.
funny. It's not funny at all. Like, but
Mrs. Whacker.
you couldn't say.
She was a wacky.
Yeah, she was a wacky.
Receiving the whacks.
Yeah. And you
This is life. This is what happens. There's
Yeah,
no
yeah.
point in being shy talking about it. We have to expose these
No.
things.
See, she used to try drag him out of the bookies all the time, so he'd get tick with her. You
Would he
know,
whack her in the bookies then?
Yeah, in and around the shop, yeah. Outside of it mainly, he'd usually go out with her, but then you just know what's happening outside, do you know what I mean?
Did you ever try and bar him?
No, I was, no. I tried, I said here we should ring the guards, like, but,
Watch that curtain there behind you.
Sorry.
We've done. You're all right.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah, I was going to ring the guards once or twice, but my manager was just like, no good will come of that. So, I unfortunately, at the young age I
Your
was,
manager was a coward.
yeah,
Imagine the amount of thumps he could have saved people.
yeah, he coward and a moocher, but yeah.
A coward and a moocher.
Yeah, he was a mooching bastard, yeah.
Was he?
Always looking for money off me.
What's he?
yeah. Always asking me to buy a box of smokes and all.
The manager of the bookies.
Yeah.
My God.
Yeah. He was an odd character as well, to be fair.
Jesus. And would you buy him smokes?
I bought him smokes on one occasion because he did help me win a lot of money on a bet, my first ever bet. I told him
Oh,
that.
yeah.
I told him I had a spare 20 quid there. I was like, I want to do my first ever bet. I was working there about maybe 5 months at the time. I had never done a bet. I didn't really know how to bet, but when I got the job, so I kind of just learned from working there. And he picked out a horse and it won straight away, won 120 quid. And I was like, yeah, I'll buy you a box of smokes, no problem.
All right.
But then after that, then he tried to keep asking me. I was just like, no.
He was your manager though.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Sacked for stealing in the end.
What a mute. Was he?
Yeah. Robbed the safe.
Oh my God.
That's rampant in the industry.
Is it?
People that work there like 10 years, 15 years, they get into good positions. Well, not really good positions. There's nowhere to really go. If you don't get hired as a manager after a few years, you're just a manager of a shop and that's it. So you just plateau then for a while.
Right.
So 9 times out of 10, half of them end up just fleecing the safe and disappearing.
No trace.
Well, I don't know, but never hear of them again anyway. I don't know if they get caught or not, but
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
So that's so mooch, isn't it? Taking a safe.
Yeah, sure. Get away with it.
The ultimate moocher.
Yeah.
So he got away with it.
I have no idea.
Right.
I just know he didn't because he got sacked for it. But I don't know. Like
Right.
he was taking money off the top. Do you know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
there's got to be cameras in there, isn't there?
No, not everywhere.
Right.
You can get away with not doing it. Like,
Jesus Christ.
yeah.
So, the moocher and the whacker so far.
Yeah.
Is that so? Whacker was violent.
Yeah, Wacker was violent. Yeah.
Was he good at betting?
I wouldn't say good. He just up and down. I don't know. I never really tracked
in there every day.
But he was doing. He'd do big bets. Like he'd be doing 50 quid a dog. Like
A dog.
yeah, yeah, yeah. 50 quid a dog. Yeah.
Did you have a favorite trap?
Jeez, most people do. I can't remember it now, to be fair, but I don't actually think. I think he usually just went for the favorite one,
Right.
and then he'd just be 50 here and
Yeah.
there.
Right.
He'd either be down 200 quid in 4 minutes, or he might be up 700 quid in 5
Yeah.
minutes. You know what I mean? But
So he
you
was
never
the maddest fella you ever came across.
yeah, probably like personally that I spoke to. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And tell me about the craziest incident you've witnessed. The single craziest incident you've witnessed in a Bookies.
Oh, probably him beating his missus. Like, to be fair, and then not knowing what to do.
Whacker gonna whack.
Yeah. Oh, he whacked alright. Yeah, and then I suppose the average.
What do you mean he beat her? Like he fucking. That's terrible now.
Like you gave her a punch or two. Do you know what I mean? But like in that industry, it's the people you come across. They can't control their emotions. Like a lot of them are in there, and they shouldn't be in there.
That's
Do
a
you know
good
what I mean?
point.
So you see all walks of life in there, and then like you constantly see lads getting torn out of it by their partners, and then they're obviously then get thick about it because they know they probably shouldn't be in there, and then their missus comes to the door and drags them out, and then they're probably with their mates or there's other lads in there, and then they're getting embarrassed, and yeah, it's just it's a grim aspect of our society being in a bookies, like,
Yeah.
to be honest. Like I gamble as well every now and again. I kind of stopped, but the people that can't handle it and can't control their emotions over it isn't spoken about enough, to be fair, because it ruins a lot of people's lives, like, badly. And I think me being able to see that over the years, I was able to kind of go, right, I know what not to do, if you get me. But then mad, like, you see, maddest things would be, it wouldn't even be mad, it'd be like funny almost. You know what I mean? Like seeing people just come in and just back roulette from like 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. and do like 50 cent on black or red, and they're gonna get even money or not. So like that was a mad thing for me to see, because they'd just be sitting in there for 12 hours not talking to anyone or doing anything, but just doing that.
Roulette on the computers.
Yeah, virtual
Right,
roulette. Like
right.
not even real roulette, just watching a screen, like.
Yeah. I went through a phase of gambling myself
Yeah.
as well. It's a very easy thing to get into, especially because they strategically place the bookies beside pubs, obviously.
Yeah.
And they're the best ones when
Yeah.
they're beside the pub. You're just going in and talk about not having emotional regulation.
Yeah.
Gambling is the ultimate like roller coaster.
Yeah.
When you have it's people's way of, if they have a grim life, it's people's way of getting a bit of excitement, which any addiction is. Drinking is, if people have porn addictions, gambling, all the main addictions are addictive because they're so much fun.
Yeah.
That's the problem. You're getting that buzz off it, like, so it's so accessible
Yeah.
to everyday people.
Yeah.
What's the biggest bet you've seen done? Is there any that stands out? The biggest bet you've seen made in the bookies when working?
Yeah. So there was actually, so usually there's limits we can take on certain, like, horses. If someone tries to put, like, I can't remember the exact figures now, but for hypothetically, we'll say, like, if someone tries to put 5 grand on a horse, we may have to ring up, like, the head office to be like, is it okay to take this bet? They'll check the cameras and see if that person is tagged on the system, first of all, because we usually have a tagger. So
Oh.
they keep an eye on people that might be going around putting like 5 grand on in each bookies because
Oh, really?
they might know something. Yeah, there's tagging systems and everything. So we might have to ring up and be like, right, I have to, and you'll say like, here, I just have to ring up. Usually they know that because they're betting that much. They usually know that's the case. But some people, even though the limit was 5,000, there was some people that bet so much, so consistently, and so high that there'd be special exceptions made, whereas they didn't have to follow any rules. So if this lad came in and wanted to put 20 grand on a horse, I'd have to ring it up, of course, obviously, and they'd be like, and I'd be like, oh, it's There was one lad, for example, his name was English Briefcase, because he was an Englishman, but he always had a briefcase with him, so he was tagged in the system as English Briefcase.
Right.
So you'd ring up and be like, here, English Briefcase, looking to put 20k on a horse. You'd be like, yeah, let him do it, grand, no bother. A lot of them won, like.
Was there money in the briefcase?
I have no idea, but he was just a businessman, I think, that came over, and every now and again, because his business was in Dublin, he'd be popping in every now and again.
Wow.
So he'd just appear out of nowhere, kind of thing, and be like, right, we know there's a big bet about to be taken in. Like, I usually backed any horse he done because he usually won.
Right.
Yeah,
Could you be behind the counter doing your own bets?
No, you're if you work for any bookies, you sign a yoke where you can't back with that company. You'd be like insider trading.
Be on the phone though, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
No
but I could be on my phone and back with a different gambling company.
Yeah.
No problem, like, but just not my own that I was in.
Yeah.
But yeah, the biggest bet I took was there was a woman when I was working in Laura Lodge. Handy shop.
Right.
Only shop in Dublin that doesn't have.
This is in the Blanchardstown, Castleknock vicinity.
Yeah. The only shop in Dublin that doesn't have a screen protector, the glass protection for the tills.
Right.
Because there was just zero crime there, like at the time, and still, and the manager at the time was like, she really valued her relationship with her regulars, and she was like, I'm not putting a glass barrier between me and all my customers. And I was like, yeah, what if someone comes in and robs us, don't you know what I mean? And she was just like, no one's gonna come in here and rob this place. I was like, yeah, but what if they do? And she was like, I don't care, we'll deal with that when it comes, but I'm not putting up a glass barrier. I'm not sitting here behind a glass barrier. And to this day, it still doesn't. I actually went in recently, just because I was passing by. I was like, I wonder if this place has changed in any way, shape or form, and it hasn't. And the window's still clear, yeah. Which is actually it was good, because when I was working in the ones in town, you don't have that, like, little chat when you're just a robot. Do you know what I mean? Just taking bets, paying them out, whatever grand. But in that one, you would actually converse with a lot of customers, which was alright, like. Yeah. Some of them were annoying, some of them weren't. But
did you find yourself connecting with many customers? Like, did you find yourself building little friendships?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Was there anyone in particular that you can remember fondly?
Funny enough,
was English Briefcase a nice fella?
He didn't really speak.
Oh.
So he would just kind of come in and be like,
how would you know he was English then?
Because it was already tagged. Like, you would hear him talking on the phone, like, do you know what I mean? But I wouldn't have really spoken with him. Usually when he came in, the manager would have to take the bet, because they have to go count loads of money to make sure it's all there.
I'm just wondering, we'll move on to the other thing in a sec, but what is the tagging thing? Like, is it a camera? Is it
so basically
the workers ringing each other?
So basically, when we take a bet and we put it through the till, we input how much the bet is for, and then we just press enter, and usually the slip comes out, and that's it, done. But if you F4'd it twice, a list came up, and if you knew who it was, you would just personally tag it. Like, sometimes they were missed. Like, you might the tagging system was mainly to identify people that were trying to scam.
Right.
So they're either big bettors, or they're potential scammers in the area, and that would notify head office then, being like, oh, this lad's it was seen here, and then an email would go around to all the shops and be like, right, this guy's been seen in this shop, he's in the area, just be on alert, because there was a lot of people trying to scam.
So it wouldn't be like facial recognition or anything like that. It's basically the workers communicating between each other.
We were supposed to.
Yeah,
like, on my first week, like, I was supposed to learn off like 40 different faces of like people that like have scammed the company loads of money, and I was like, how am I ever gonna remember all the 40 of those lads? Like, do you know what I mean? Just like that. Yeah. So people get away with it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. So tell me about who you're fond of. Who did you build a connection with?
Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, and it also goes back to one of the biggest bets I took. There was a lady, Castleknock native, came in. She would do lucky 15s or lucky 63s, but like €50 ones, €100 ones, and like sometimes the bet would be about like $5,000, but she would do it almost every day. So. But she was absolutely lovely, and you'd be really rooting for her, because if she won, she'd tip you massively.
Well, you get tips in there.
Yeah,
I suppose, yeah, someone has a big winner.
If someone has a big win, not customary, but it'd be nice. Usually they throw you something whatever grand. You see some people they won't, but you'd never expect it. But the odd chance, she would always. But there was always people where they would. Do you know what I mean? They'd be like, here, there's 100 quid for the trees or the 2 years, and be like, lovely.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you would be rooting for a lot of people.
So there's two types of tips in the betting industry, no?
Yeah. Yeah. But she was lovely. Like she was someone you'd have a conversation with, just general.
Dropping thousands a day in there, basically.
Yeah, which was sad. Like
a lucky 15 is a combination of like
4 horses,
and then it's
singles,
like
doubles,
4
trebles.
singles.
Yeah, doubles, trebles, and then 1 accumulator.
Yeah,
makes up 15 bets. Yeah, they're very popular, but it's not the way to make money.
No,
singles is the only way to make money statistically. Yeah.
So if you could give advice to anyone so you would say, from being within the betting industry,
yeah,
the smartest way to bet is
singles.
a single.
Yeah, singles 100%. Because as soon as you add anything else into that, you're just doubling and trebling the odds of the bookies to win it. Do you know what I mean? Because they just need one of the. Let's say you do back 4 horses, they're like, oh, we just need 1 or 2 of these to win. He's not going to win any money.
Yeah.
Like it's like, I think it was what an analogy of it would be. Let's say you pick 1 horse in a race. Doesn't matter what the price is. If there's 8 slices in a cake, yeah, you back one of them. So you take 1 slice of cake. The bookie says every single other one. Do you know what I mean? Nobody ever really thinks about that. It's like, yeah, you're picking a horse to try and win, but they just need anything else to win. Do you know what I mean? And if you have that in multiple races and multiple bets, the odds, there's a reason why people don't really win.
That's why the reward is so high, I suppose.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But singles is the way to go. You usually do pretty well if you just do singles.
Yeah. And what about secrets within the betting industry? Would you say is there certain tricks that customers would play to try and get one up on you?
Like scamming, or
kind of scamming, but is there? I've seen people go up to bookies counters before, and they'll wait right to the last second. Yeah, and then it'll be like, and then there'll be an argument between the customer and the person
slow counting.
Counting.
It's called slow counting. Yeah, so basically,
what's that?
And it happened to me once in my first week, I think it was. So people that are known to do this will look out, check shops, see if they notice a younger lad who's obviously probably only at the starting, and they will
twink.
Go. Yeah. a bookie twink, yeah.
Yeah, and so I suppose at this time you didn't have the moustache.
No.
More slender,
fresh faced, yeah. Real innocent at the time, yeah. But they would come up and they would write their bet down. Like, let's say they pick, and it'd be always dogs.
Dogs.
Because dogs is over in 30 seconds. Like, right. 20 to 30 seconds, the race is done.
Right.
So you'd go up to the till, and this is like, you're not really even me even saying this. Like, you could try do this to people. Like, it's actually very easy to do, but it's very frowned upon. Like, you will be barred from bookies if you do it. Like, do you know what I mean? So you would go up and they have the bet out, and they'll pick trap 3, right? 500 quid on it. Like, it'll always be massive amounts of money. And then they put it down, and usually the rule that we have is you're not supposed to put the bet through until you have the money, you've counted the money, and you put it in your till. But usually they might do a few races before that, where they play like maybe 20 quid, 20 quid, 20 quid, and they're just playing a normal, and then all of a sudden they come up and say, here, will you just stick that on there? I'm just getting this money out. Right, and you'll just put it on for him because he's been backing for the past hour. There's nothing wrong with him. And then as he's counting out his 500 quid, the race will have gone off, and in the shop, and you can hear it. So it'd be like trap 1 come around the bend, trap 2, and he's listening now for trap 3 that he's after betting on. If trap 3 wins, he'll hand me that money, and I will give him like $2,000 back, like if that's what the bet was. Yeah. But if that dog loses, he just turns around and walks out the door with the 500 quid in his hand. So he's not losing anything, but he could gain about $2,000.
Wow.
Do you know what I mean? And by that time, if he turns around and walks out, I've put it through the system. So my tail is now minus 500. Do you get me?
Oh my god.
So I'm down a lot of money. So then at the end of the day, when I settle my till, head office will ring me and be like, yeah, we're noticing you're down a massive amount of money.
Yeah.
You that's how people will be getting caught stealing, or they'll be like, you must have been slow counted and you didn't even realise. So when that happened, I turned to my manager and I was like, here, that fella just started walking out without paying the bet, and he just panicked. He was just like, oh no, you didn't get slow counted already, did you? And I was like, here, how was I supposed to know? Do you know what I mean? I hadn't a clue.
Yeah.
But yeah, it never happened to me again. But that guy that actually done it, he's actually very well known. Like his picture was going around and everything. Like, do you know what I mean? So
Right.
So they travel around the country, and they do it constantly. They do it in every bookies all over the country.
So how much money will they have on the table before they, like, when the race goes off? Say,
see, that's the thing. That's why it's called slow counting.
Yeah.
Because they're counting their money slowly in front of you. So you can.
So they're not putting it into you. They're just counting it to themselves.
They're like they might be like 50, 51, 50, 52.
And then if it's say the commentator says trap 3 is falling out of the traps, he's nowhere, they just go cancel that actually and keep the money.
Yeah.
But
it's like but the race has gone off.
Yeah. So they time it perfectly.
So I can't cancel it because then I get in shit. They be like, what are you cancelling bets for?
But you can't go, give me your money as well. You can't, like...
Yeah, no, you can't make them do that.
Oh,
no. Yeah.
It's a grey area, isn't it?
Yep. So
wow.
I didn't get in trouble at all for that. They usually wouldn't give out to you over it, but they just expect you to.
So the bookies end up losing there.
Yeah.
So don't do that, anyone.
Yeah.
We don't want the bookies losing.
No. They'll never lose.
And would you say now that since you worked in the bookies, like, what percentage side of the people are you on, or the bookies? Do you still have a bit of a soft spot for the bookies?
Never. No, never.
You want to clean them out?
Yeah, clean them out 100%.
Yeah.
They're. I don't like them at all. Like, they're all right to work for because it's a handy job, but no, they don't need to be making all that money.
Yeah, and what would you say is would you say the dogs? Is there any rhyme or reason to betting on dogs? Is there anything like? Do you have a favourite? Do you have a trap that you see that you've seen winning the most?
Funny enough,
is there any like superstitions from behind the counter of the betting shops?
No, only personal ones.
Right.
Like I'm very fond of a trap 5. Don't know why. Yeah, don't know why. I just love I love a trap 5. Yeah. Orange coat, little greyhound. I'm like, yeah, I'm backing that. Don't care what price he is, just little 5 there. But I would never ever do dogs really. But I'd have to be like, all the horse racing would have to be finished. I'm like, right, I'll do one more before I leave. But I was also very fond of a trap 1, trap 6 reverse forecast. Also don't know why. Which means that it doesn't matter which one comes first, but they have to come first and second. So
Molly's here, my sister, by the way. Rob's
not partner.
Rob's missus, and she's giving him some looks here.
Nah, I'm off it.
This is a sting operation with me and Molly.
I actually had a bad loss last year. To be fair,
did you?
People don't talk about their losses, but I don't mind talking about my losses because it's you win, you lose, you win, you lose, win, you lose. But I had a bad loss last year, and I was like, nah, that's me done now.
Was it a single bet?
Yes, it was actually the highest. It was actually the biggest bet I'd ever done in my life.
Was it?
Yeah.
And what was it on? Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, I will talk about it. I don't mind. It's actually depressed, to be fair, like because I actually loved this horse. Like do you know the way people would watch football? They support a football team, but they'll watch all different type of football matches. Like doesn't matter who's playing. They just love it, right? I would watch a lot of horse racing, even if I don't have money on it. Wow. Like I followed it for a long time, especially because when I was there watching it every day. Anyway. I would be watching and listening and stuff like that, and then I'd be able to go in and I'd be able to just watch to see how a horse, because if I knew a big race was coming up, I'd be watching a few races leading up to it to see who's doing well or whatever. Do you know what I mean? I was just fond of it, and there was this horse, Constitution Hill, right, unbeaten, like a freak horse. Do you know what I mean? Like it was just unbelievable to watch. I just loved watching him, and he'd already won me a few quid the few years prior, but this year or last year, he's still on his unbeaten run. He's never lost a race in his life, and I was like, I'm gonna lump that fella. I was like, I'm not even gonna back. It was during Cheltenham last year. And I said, I'm not even gonna back any other day of the whole 4 days. I'm gonna pick, because I would have spread out like a bit of money over 4 days. But last year I was just like, nah, I'm just gonna pick one. I'm gonna pick one that I know is gonna win, and I'm gonna lump it. And I lumped it, yeah. And he fell.
He fell?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And he fell not even that long into the race, like, so within about a minute and a half, maybe a minute and a half, yeah. All that was just gone. And I remember watching it with everyone in work. We were in work like, and it was
Yeah.
day one of Cheltenham as well. So it was day one midday. Dream crushed straight
My
away.
God.
Yeah, but that was it. That was a good wake up call for me, to be honest,
Was it?
because I was constantly betting. Like, even though I worked in the industry and I know how bad it is, like, and I know how hard it is to get out of it, I was just fond of an L bet every now and again.
Yeah.
But like, it was probably every day for a good few years. Like,
Right.
but I'd be doing all right though. I wouldn't be making mental money, but I'd make enough to like cover a weekend, like a few points and all this.
Yeah.
Or I might be down 100 quid one week, but I might be up 400 the next week. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
It
yeah.
was just give and take at any given time.
Literally.
Yeah, but then that wake up call was nice then. So since last year, I only gambled twice in a year, which was good for me, I suppose.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like
Two big, huge bets, was it?
no, I
Two
learned
Constitution Hills.
no, yeah, no, I learned my lesson
Yeah.
there.
I mean, how did that feel when he fell? Like,
I
how would you
it
describe
was
that feeling?
it was a little disappointing. I was a bit like, oh no, because I'd said all week, I was like, there was no way this horse is gonna lose unless he falls. I almost spoke it into existence. Do you get me? So I was like, but I also, from again working in it, I never backed what I couldn't afford to lose,
Yeah.
because I've seen lads smash up shops like.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
because they come in and they've got kids to feed and rent to pay and all, and they get paid and they go out for a few points to the lads, and they start throwing 20 quid down, and then they lose that, and they put 40 quid down, and then they lose that, and then they put 100 quid down to try. It's just a constant loop of trying to catch up, and before they know it, man, 2 hours in, their whole week's wages is gone, and they're going mental, like shouting at the tellies and screaming at the tellies, and
Yeah.
you'd only be short to like people like having to call the guards and loads of people, because they're just going mad, and they're like people coming up to you saying like, give me that money back. Like, I need that money back, and you're like, I can't, like, as much as I'd love to, I can't give you that money back, bro. I have a job to do. Do you know what I mean? So there is a grey area, because I don't, it's a hard grey area, because I'd be fond of a bet, but I just wouldn't be backing my week's wages. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You do a little fiver here and there or whatever grand, but so when I done that Cheltenham bet, I'd saved up a bit for that bet. So I was like, if I lose, it loses. Hopefully it doesn't. Hopefully I'm coming out on top.
Yeah.
But like, there's lads that would have done that bet, but they would have really needed that.
Mm.
So it all depends on me seeing how people reacted and stuff over the years. And
Yeah.
I just got used to being able to, like, if I go into a Bookies at 50 quid, I have to expect to walk out with nothing. If I walk out with something, happy days.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's it. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if you get angry, then what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, you lose all once you're getting angry and tick over it. That's when you know it's like game over, bro. Stop doing it.
Yeah.
It's like anything. Do you know what I mean? Like, what?
When it's affecting your day.
Yeah, yeah. Like, thinking about it all day, like, kind of
Yeah.
going, no, I shouldn't have done that. It's like, yeah, well, why
Yeah.
did you do that then? Do you know what I mean? Like, if you started doing a hobby and you loved it at the start, that's grand. But then over time, if it starts pissing you off, you just stop doing the hobby.
Mm.
So same thing applies. As soon as it stops being a bit of crack, but it's hard. Then that's where the addiction comes in and stuff like that. And, so
Tell me, when you're working in the Bookies, do you have a panic button?
yeah,
Does
There's-
each C have a panic button?
yeah.
And have you ever had to press it or seen anyone having to press it?
Um,
Where does it go to?
my cousin had to press it a few times. He was robbed 3 times in Capel Street. Yeah, they'd usually could be a stick in a black plastic bag, but they just kind of give me all their money and just went out.
What you call a stick up, innit?
Yeah, yeah, literally. He was actually held by needlepoint once. Yeah, threatened to. Your man was threatening to stab people with needle with
Was there not a screen in the front of the...
Yeah, but he was kind of like just anyone in the shop. Do you know what I mean? Kind of just like, give me all the money, or I'm gonna stab people with the syringe and all. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, you get some mad lads coming in. Do you know what I mean?
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Oh man,
Imagine they
Yeah,
stuck it in
heavy.
you and then addicted you.
yeah, heavy. He was
Sure.
so keen. My cousin Keen. He was robbed 3 times.
Shout out, Kane.
Yeah, shout out Keen, living it up at the moment. Yeah,
Where is he?
he's in Dubai.
Yeah.
Oman, Thailand, Dubai right now at the minute. Yeah, I think he's in Oman at the minute. Yeah,
Right.
just
Shout out, Kane.
yeah.
Spread the word, Kane.
But yeah, he was robbed 3 times, But the
Is
bookies,
that just unlucky, or was he doing something wrong there, or what?
uh, it's just
Was
the
he teasing them or something?
it's the area. You,
Are some people that work in bookies just more robbable?
yeah, I'd say. But see, Keane just had that attitude where he was just like, yeah, fuck it, take it. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, he doesn't care. So then I'd say maybe word got around me, like, go in there and tell him to give you all the money. He'll just give it to you, bro. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? No, but unless you're in that situation, it is a bit rattling. Do you know what I mean? Like, some people, it happened to some people, and they like take weeks off work and all. Do you know what I mean? Like, they take loads because
Yeah.
they're just panicking then.
Mm.
But he was just like, okay, it's all insured anyway.
Yeah.
The bookies get all that money back, like.
I'd imagine you'd take a lot of abuse working in the bookies, would you?
Yeah, extreme amount of abuse.
What was the worst slagging you ever got? Remember any good ones? Any zingers?
No, not really. Just mainly my age and my skinniness at the time and all. Do you know what I mean? Just like, you scrawny cunt. Like, do you know what I mean? Just people that are just pissed off that I can't
Yeah.
give them, like, or like, if
Did you ever give a bit back? I'd say you did you?
yeah, you had to get. There was some people where you had to have a thick skin. Like, when I worked in Dorset Street, like, if you didn't have a thick skin there, they'd just walk all over you. The people come up and do it late, and they'd be rushing you, and it'd just be more annoying for you then. So you had to be like, lad, you need to get up here like fucking 20 seconds earlier. I'm not taking your bet anymore.
Yeah.
And they'd be like, what? Fuck off, come up when I want to my bet. And I'm like, I literally just won't take your bet anymore. You'll have to go to one of these, and these have already said they're not taking your bets. So I'm your last option here, bud. You better like cop on, or none of us will be taking your bet. And they kind of they cop on very quick when you threaten them to not take their bet. Like, do you know what I mean? So they're very all bite no bark, or all
Right.
bark no bite.
Yeah.
Yeah, I struggle there.
Is the one that, would you say that's the roughest one? Dorset Street.
that I worked
Bookies?
in, yeah.
Yeah.
Mainly just for the area. I
Next to a
suppose.
pub, is it?
There's a few pubs around there, yeah.
Is there?
I don't know if there's one right next door. I can't really remember now, but there's a
Yeah.
few just in the area. But it's just generally a bit of a rough area, like.
Right.
So there'll be people smoking in the shop and all, like, just very. Not
Yeah,
okay
they're
these days.
probably. I'd say a lot of bookie shops are closing down now, are they? Because of online betting.
Yeah, it's dwindling, alright, definitely. I wouldn't be as in the know now of how many shops are going here and there. But I don't think it'll ever die out. I think some people do believe it. Maybe in a good way. People think it's going to die out a lot sooner than it will. But I think as long as people want to just walk in somewhere, they will. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not even a case of like, yeah, it's easier to do it on the phone for the young people.
Yeah.
But eventually it becomes a thing where like people just want somewhere to go. Do you know what I mean?
It's almost a social outlet, isn't it? For
yeah,
people?
it can be quite sad in some aspects because the general clientele would be slightly older men, and they have nothing really else to do, which is quite sad.
Yeah.
Because they just literally go have a few pints in the pub, and then that's what they do all day, every day, until that's their day done.
Probably their pension or something.
Yeah.
Whatever.
But it's like, I don't know, there's something real sad about it, to be honest, because you
Even-
see them just wasting their
Yeah.
their pension away on just that. And if that's what they want to do, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
But it's it's just a grim spot. Like, do you know what I mean? They're not great places to be or chill out and all. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah.
Even the one in I'd go into the bookies here, in the Paddy Power in Blanche the odd time to put on a bet when my online limit runs out, and there's no sense of community up there anymore.
No.
There's not. Well, not that I see. I mean, there used to be one called. Now, I'm not going to say. I don't know where you worked, which one, but there used to be a Banbury's in Blanchardstown Village, and a Paddy Power. There was rivalry between local bookies.
Yeah. There still is.
You know what I mean? There still is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Only in. Do you think it's like more? It always has been like a working class thing, though, hasn't it? Mainly.
Do you know what? I think that's a myth.
Maybe not. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a myth because you see all walks of life going in. Like, I've served famous people, like wealthy people I know that are wealthy, and then I've other people that I know aren't wealthy,
Yeah.
and it's like to them it doesn't matter at all. Like, it's just money coming in, money going out. But you'd be surprised. Like, they make some amount of money off they make way more money off the working class, even though they
yeah.
even though they bet way little, because the ones
Way
that are
little. Way less.
way less. Yeah.
Right.
Uh,
Sorry.
yeah, you're right. But usually the ones that are backing the big money, like the wealthier ones, they're doing the singles.
Right. Now you've worked in, say, between Dorsetstry and Castleknock. You've worked in both of them areas.
Yeah.
And what would you say is the biggest difference between the, I know that's a very general question. I suppose do people obviously one has a screen and one doesn't. That says a lot. But do you find that do wealthier people bet higher? Or people in so-called wealthy areas, do they make bigger bets?
Yeah, they're, I don't know, they're generally a lot better to deal with in general.
Yeah.
To be fair, like they're just chilling. Do you know what I mean?
Probably not as much at stake.
They don't really have worries, like, yeah, do you know what I mean? They're just like, yeah, this is just a bit of crack. But everyone else, it's like they're rushing around, they're coming in on their breaks, they're pinting, they're losing wages and stuff like that, and yeah, they're just like, it's not a, you see the worst of people in bookies.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So you get to like kind of not believe a lot of people's facades that when they walk around portraying like, oh, I met him, he's a lovely lad, but I'd be like, that fella's a nightmare.
Yeah.
Like he's a nightmare, man. What are you talking about? And he's like, oh, he's grand. I'm like, you want to see him up in the bookies there, man, going mental, calling me all this and all that, and they walk out the door and they're someone completely different.
Yeah, I mean, some people dealing with money are just different people.
Yeah.
Whether in all walks of life, like imagine you're an electrician now.
Yeah.
Your boss in work when he's talking to you. Imagine the difference between him, because when there's money at stake, when you're on a price, compared to when he's in the pub with his mates. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, it's 100% true.
It's like different. And me working for my dad as well, like it's like a different person as well.
Yeah.
Even when I worked for my dad, me and the brothers like worked with my dad. I'd be like, how are you, Dad? And he'd be like, business hours, you call me Cecil. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was like, I think I'd prefer to be called Dad, to be honest with that name. But
Yeah.
anyway, yeah, people, when there's money involved, they just flip, don't they?
Yeah.
Turn into different thing. It's like their livelihood. It's their, yeah. When there's a lot at stake. So you've seen the worst side of people in bookies.
Oh, 100%.
Has a posh fella or woman ever reared up in the bookies?
Yeah,
What does that sound like?
Oh, do you know what? It's almost expected.
Bloody hell, man! Come on, give me money back, will you?
It's almost expected from blokes, but when you see a woman do it, it's mental. Like, being honest, like there was a woman that, and in the nicer area of the one I worked, but she was mad, like stone mad, like definitely on drugs, like all day throughout the day.
What kind of drugs?
It's definitely say cocaine, like just flat out running around the shop, like running in and running to an ATM and then legging it in and sweating, and she's ripping around in a Range Rover, and she's like, I have to go collect the kids and all, and
this is like a pot.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. And she'd be putting down loads of money on horses, but then if they lost, she would flip the lid like every time, like it was like no, just in general, and like she just go mad at the jockey or the horse, or but like it was just some days she'd come in and she'd be like real grand, like, usually it was like first thing in the morning, she'd be grand and calm like that, but by lunchtime she's flying around the place, going mad, like scribbling everything, throwing money at you, like she's like, get that on, do this and whatever, grand. But like when you see a woman going mad at it, it is different, like, do you know what I mean? I don't know why. It's just I'd almost expect it from lads, because you just see lads all the time. You don't really see women betting.
Yeah,
like, it's very rare.
Women are more reasonable, aren't they? They're a bit better emotional regulation than men. Just, impulsive, maybe more so.
But she was a mad character. Yeah, mad character. Like I still just remember that very, very vividly. And then there was like a lad that she'd be friends with in there, and he'd almost be like trying to calm her down all the time. Like he was very chill, very sound, whatever, grand. And then he'd almost warn me sometimes, be like, I just she's just had their bundling up there, so get ready. And then the next thing you know,
Oh,
the
God.
door would just swing open, smash
Yeah.
off the wall, and she's like, "Is it off yet? Is it off yet? Come on, I have to get it out down." She's just throwing money at you, and then she just within 2 minutes go from like, and if the horse won or whatever, like, do you know what I mean? She'd be like
All right.
proper calm, lovely, and then 5 minutes later, it's the exact same again. Just running out to her car to probably top up and then come back in and do it again. Just mad.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it doesn't matter. It affects all walks of life.
yeah,
It's not a
100%.
class thing.
Yeah, no, definitely not.
It's a human thing.
Yeah.
So, what any other stories? Any other mad stories before we go? Thanks for your insights into the Bookies' life.
Yeah, no problem. Any mad stories? I can't.
Any other anything that springs to mind?
Yeah, well, not really a mad story, I suppose, but they usually when me and my cousin when they got comfortable enough with like me working, and then my cousin working, they usually let me and my cousin work together, so we just open up shops together, and they just leave two like 20-year-old lads in charge of a full Bookies, taking in thousands of euro like all day every day. But we were in a little bit of a mad era at the time because we were just going out partying all the time.
Yeah,
So
I mean, you were 20.
yeah.
Yeah.
But we'd come in and we'd be suited and booted like because the job was like you have to dress nice. Do you know what I mean? But we'd always bring a load of spare clothes into the work with us, and there was no cameras in the back, so we just fill up cups full of drink, and like 2 hours beforehand, just
Drinking away, working behind the counter at the Bookies.
yeah. So, and then just going out after, and then just like locking it up and just being the first then just coming back in and opening
So
it
you're
back
given
up.
a lot of responsibility then.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like they expect you to like just walk around with all that. Like they'd be like, right, you've too much money in your shop, you have to go bank that. And then we'd be like, right, so get me a taxi to bring me to the bank. And they'd be like, no. So
Jesus
they'd
Christ.
expect you to walk down town like
Yeah.
and in just with 10, 15 grand in your
Right.
back, like and be like, yeah, that's grand, sound lovely. But so it was a lot of pressure, like.
Yeah.
So you'd be, you know what I mean? They trust the trust was mad, but I just think they just didn't really care because it was all insured. Like,
So what's the hierarchy of a bookie, say? Like, so at the top is the manager, is it? Local area manager, would they call it that?
yeah,
Or who would be at the top
they'd be an area manager.
of the shop? Area manager.
Yeah,
Then
then manager, and then deputy manager, and then cashier.
cashier.
Yeah,
So cashier is the one you abuse,
yeah.
right? And then
Well, to be fair, I got to deputy. I got
the
to
one that gets the most abuse.
I got to the deputy manager point. Yeah, the cashier is the one that gets most abuse, but then the deputy manager usually is the lad that will take the abuse more because they'll be like, here, leave him alone. But
Right.
the deputy manager looks after the cashier, do you know what I mean? So you'll end up taking most of the slack, but you'll be like, get the fuck out. The cashier can't tell someone to get the fuck out,
Right.
but the deputy manager can be like, yeah, you're gone, bud. Do you know what I mean? We're not taking your bets anymore. And they'd be, oh my God, I'm so sorry. And they're coming back in a week later, apologising, like
Yeah.
begging. Do you know what I mean?
So what was that moment like when you got promoted from cashier to deputy manager?
I was just happy to get the extra fucking 50 cent, bro.
Was it? was that the jump?
I was like, what was minimum wage 10 years ago? 9 something.
Yeah.
I think I got bumped up to 10.50. Like I think it was like a 70 cent pay rise, and I was absolutely buzzing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it was my first ever promotion in Anton. Like, because I just worked in a cinema beforehand, just chilling out, and then I got that
Yeah.
job, and then they were like, yeah, do you want to become a deputy manager? And I was just like, lovely.
Was there a meeting and all? Was it?
No, not even. I just got a new piece of paper where it said like my title went from cashier to
Yeah.
deputy manager, and I just had a few more responsibilities. Like, do you know what I mean? So it was nothing major, but
Yeah.
it was a nice little milestone, I suppose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's as far- was
Every
that-
little helps.
Was that as far as you got?
Yeah, I started getting a bit too big for my boots then. Yeah, I got in a lot of scraps with all the managers then.
Did you?
Yeah. They were just pissing me off. So I'd found my fee. So I was not letting people walk all over me anymore.
Right.
But that didn't work out well for me in the end because I just left. To be fair,
What was it like when you left? What happened there?
unreal.
Like, what was the moment like? Did you just say, fuck this?
Yeah. So I had got a stain on my slacks. One evening.
You
And
got
I-
a stain on it.
Yeah, like I think I dropped some bolognese on it or something. Do you know what I mean? And I
What
think
colour are they?
but black, just black. So it was grand, like. But I didn't want to wear them into work then because they were stained. You know what I mean? So I wore a pair of black jeans instead, and that day, a higher up, like someone from the head office came into our shop, like, and pulled me to the side and started giving me like mad grief about wearing black jeans. Whereas I'm sitting behind the counter anyway, nobody can see it. It's still like, if you're looking on camera, it's the same thing. And I just said, here, it doesn't matter, to be fair now, because I'm fucking gone now after this.
Oh,
I was just like, good luck.
that was a tipping point.
Yeah, I was like, you're giving out to me.
You were looking for an excuse to get out anyway.
More, yeah, there was a few things happening anyway, and then just went giving out over that type of stuff. I was just like, nah, you just can fucking keep your job, man.
Yeah.
Good luck. So
yeah.
But it was a good 3 years. Learned a lot about a lot of people. Very good experience.
Learn a lot about human nature and stuff.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. Learned how not to be.
Black jeans matter.
Yeah.
With the black jeans that got you out of there. And the bolognese.
Yeah.
I wonder what would have happened if you didn't get that stain.
Nah, I would have left
never
anyway. Nah, I would have left anyway. It was just nice. It was nice to just be like, alright, fuck off.
There was no stain, was there?
Nah, there was. There was. I was just looking for an excuse to tell someone to fuck off, like, do you know what I mean? So.
You'd outgrown it.
Yeah.
You'd outgrown the role.
Yeah, 100%.
Well, yeah, Jesus. Good bit of time has gone by there. Did you enjoy yourself now?
Yeah, it was good crack, yeah.
Yeah,
nice.
You're a very matter-of-fact sort of fella. You tell it how it is.
Yeah.
You know, you come in. Anything else?
Any
other secrets about the bookies that we need to know?
Just fucking stay away from them.
Yeah.
Don't try to hate them for millions, because you won't.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Unless you're already a millionaire at that point, then there's no point anyway. But it's yeah.
Get your kicks some other way.
Yeah.
Alright, well, it's been lovely having you on, Rob.
Thanks very much, Dan.
Thank you very much for coming on. Please follow, like, did I say that already? Subscribe, all that stuff. You never do anyway, so. Or else you already are, and thank you if you are, but look, give us an like or follow on Spotify, like and subscribe on YouTube if you're watching there. Or if you're on Apple.
Few shares here and there.
Give a good rate and share it around. And stay away from the bookies. It's bad news. Alright. Thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Hot man Rob. You're a great man. And see you later. See you on the next one.
Good luck.
Dusted. Legend.
Yeah.
We'll do it.